Oh no, I pushed the button and didn't do anything.
There you go.
Oh yay,
No,
it
we're
did.
we're good.
Hey,
Hi everyone.
Hi.
We're
Hello.
Hey,
we're
everyone.
here with Crytivo Connect and Prehistoric Kingdom team. We have Karen, our community manager, and Maui, creative director from Prehistoric Kingdom team. Baron, audio and UI lead, and Nathan. Nobody knows what he does. Team stuff.
yeah, that's true.
But yeah, he's an art lead. So yeah, thanks for joining us today. We're gonna chat a little bit about the game, what's coming, what is already done, how the development process goes, and if you guys will have any questions, um, we'll have a mini QA session at the end where we'll be trying to answer all as many as possible. But other than that, yeah, we'll go through certain sections and yeah, and tell you more a little bit more about the game.
Um, yeah, so first we're going to start with background. If everybody could introduce themselves, we'll start with you, Mao.
Yeah, sure. Hi, my name is Mao. Mao for short. My name is Maurizio, and I am creative lead for Prehistoric Kingdom. And behind the scenes, I do a bit of everything: a bit of programming, a bit of coding, which is programming, animation, level design. So yeah, bit of a jack of all trades, master of none.
All right, Byron,
Right.
your time to shine. Come on.
My name is Byron. And people in the Discord probably know me as Nano. I am a UI artist and the audio lead of Prehistoric Kingdom. I also write the music, and it's usually my job to oversee a lot of the more environmental integration of our assets into the game engine. So adding trees and then also doing a lot of audio implementation. That's my job really.
Great stuff. Doing a good job. All right, Nathan, you wanna tell us a little bit more about what you're not doing for the game?
yeah, I'm Nathan. I do a bit of everything in terms of art. So I mainly do buildings and hard surface art and objects for the game. And I also work on environmental art such as foliage and trees and stuff. Yeah, it's quite fun. It's awesome. Love it.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Yeah, it's good to mention probably that you guys all are work remotely and from different countries and
Yeah.
places, right? Can you tell us a little bit more where you're from? Maui, I know you're not far from us, or
Well, I live in Romania, so
not too
very
far.
much Europe based.
Right?
Middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
United Kingdom. So I guess I'm closer in a way.
At least you have still light in your window, so that's
Yeah, that's
that's
true.
important. Yeah,
Living in
cool.
Australia, it's 3 a.m. Tired, It's just how you get used to it.
Yeah.
But
What you
you're
get
here
for
with
living
us.
in the world.
Yep, still here.
So can you guys tell us a little bit? Not sure who want to take this question, but like, can you guys tell us like why and why you decided to make a prehistoric kingdom? Is like what inspired you to make a game like that?
I think for pretty much everyone on the team, the biggest kind of influence is obviously growing up with dinosaurs, right? Just that, so many popular franchises and media that kind of have these giant creatures. And as you get older and you start to play games and you get interested in development, it's kind of like, well, why don't we do this? Why isn't this, a thing that we could build? And so that's kind of what Prehistoric is, or Prehistoric Kingdom is for us. It's
Yeah.
a pure passion project.
Yeah, I can agree. It's very much passion driven. Pretty much everyone in the team has a great passion for prehistoric animals and just wildlife in general. And we've always loved tycoon simulations and all sorts of management games. And we've always wanted to create a game like this. And yeah, we think it kind of captures our dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
think everyone.
It definitely looks like it seems like it fulfills a lot of people dreams as well to play this game because it grows pretty well. The wish list is growing. You guys get a lot of the community grows on a daily basis, and you're very active. And by the way, whoever is joining us, you guys make sure that you join Discord. The developers are very active. I believe it's a discord.gg/prehistoric kingdom.
I think it's
Do we
PK
have a thing?
game.
Oh,
Uh,
PK game.
I
We're
should be able
gonna
to drop
we're
a
gonna
chat link
paste
in the
it in the
chat.
chat. Yeah. So if you're interested, join us. Very active community. You always can influence the development process, and yeah, that's a great place to be. Um, cool. So
Yes. So, what got you interested in game development? It's not exactly the easiest of things. It's a pretty big task.
Yeah.
It is,
Well,
yeah.
Well,
I think everyone on
sorry.
the team is kind of a creative person at heart. So game development is just one outlet to express that creativity. And like we said before, we're all interested in animals and especially prehistoric animals. So it just all works out.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Like I've always loved video games ever since I was like extremely young, and I've always wondered how like they work, or like what are the intricacies of them, and all the systems that hold everything together. And it's just a very passionate thing to talk about for me and everyone else on the team. It's just something we really wanted to do, and we wanted to pursue it and hopefully make it into a career.
Yeah, I think for me, I think a game that definitely comes to mind is probably World of Warcraft. I just remember walking around this huge world, like from at a very young age, just listening to the music and all these different mechanics, and like how did they do this? And like now we live in an age where you have things like GDC, where there's just all this free information available, so anyone can jump in and just start going, and that's awesome.
That's great. And you guys pay a lot of attention. So Prehistoric Kingdom, what puts the Prehistoric Kingdom aside from other games is the great attention to animal itself, right? Like you spend. Can you tell us a little bit more about like your um, research process? Is like how you approach the process of like developing dinosaurs and just overall the structure of that process.
Well, we usually start out with a quick Google search that often leads to Wikipedia, which is a very easy source of information. And when we feel like we need to dig deeper into information, we usually look at some scientific papers and even fans. Sometimes fans will let us know if we've got something wrong, and if we deem that
Yeah.
change necessary for the game, then sure, we'll implement it.
Yeah, I saw some of your fans been fighting over the T-Rex lip. I think the previous blog was like, wow, it's like that many details goes in animal that been instinct like for millions and millions years, right? So yeah, that's really cool. And then you just guys model it, and what impresses me is the animations as well. Is the animation work is really good. Can you tell us who's making those and the process as well?
These two boys.
Yep.
Good.
Mao and myself, we do animations for the animal. We like to look at a lot of references. It's especially difficult for mammals. For things like the woolly rhino, we had to look at a lot of like footage of rhinos and try and figure out exactly how they move. Because with mammals, unlike dinosaurs, you can actually kind of come up with what they move like. Whereas mammals, you have to actually look at footage because you can kind of get to this line where it's sort of uncanny if they don't move exactly how you'd want them to. So they have to be kind of perfect. So it's quite a great challenge, and they're especially fun to animate.
It's the same thing with sounds as well. Like dinosaurs, there's some leeway you can get away with, right? There's a level of creativity there, but with mammals, there's a limit to how far you can push kind of weirdness or like this really unique character. So I think as a whole, like the hyenodon that we did is a at least to me is a nice balance between doing our own thing, but then also respecting the limits of mammalian stuff.
I thought you would just use the puppies and cats for reference and make the dinosaurs walk after them. Cool. So can you tell us a little bit more about the state of the game right now? Is like
Oh, wait,
what's your
let's not
plan on or
let's
no
not jump ahead
too
too
far?
far. Yeah.
Okay, all right, Karen,
Okay.
you tell us then. Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about the start from the beginning a little bit. Go back, roll it back a little bit. Go to the early development, the early days. Let's see
Oh yeah.
here. Flip over to that. All right. So, it's been in development for a little while. Take some inspiration from the past, maybe. Uh, so yeah. So 2016. Why is that significant? Yeah. And looking at that, so there's these early images that you've shared with us way back in the day of 2016, and looking how far it's come. What are your, I mean, what are your thoughts on, like, I don't know, seeing how far it's come, basically? Oh, uh-oh. Hold on. Sorry. I've looks like chat can only hear me. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can figure out. I could do it. I could do it. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so flip.
Full
Okay.
face it
There we
so
go.
that
Can
can
I'm
we hit
glad I
that?
could see chat.
there you go.
Can we be heard?
Okay, so I'll just flip back and forth and it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. The
Yeah. Well, I mean, first of all, guys, yeah, we're doing this third time. So, and there's
Yeah.
this many people on the stream. Like, we never had like this many windows, six or five people at the same time. So,
yeah.
sorry if we go through some technical hiccups, but like we'll try to solve it as soon as possible and improvise, of course, as we're doing right now.
Right.
To showcase you. So we're gonna switch since you're here only Karen. Karen gonna switch to image talk, and then we're gonna let the guys explain what we
Yeah.
see. Yeah,
Yeah.
or what we saw, I should say, right? Because then I'm gonna talk over the picture. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, so early Kickstarter, what was that
So
like?
how you guys feel about those fences that we just showed?
Oh,
Well, yeah, like all of the stuff from the Kickstarter era, so to speak. It's amazing just how much we've all like developed our skills. We've all kind of fit into our own niches in terms of development, and everyone's kind of gotten better at what they do. And it's kind of piecing together really nicely. And it's come to this stage where everyone kind of relies on each other. It's like a big puzzle, and everyone fits together. And it's fantastic just to see how much everything's changed and how much higher quality everything. It's
Yeah.
just
Like,
great.
Yeah.
like even with the team. Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead. I will add later. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, even with the team, as Nathan was saying, like, the size has grown. We're much bigger than what we were at the time, and yet it still just feels like a almost like a hobby project. Like, it's just there's so much love being put into it. And like with the fences, for example, like that in itself just speaks volumes about how the game direction has improved and changed. Like, it's not a grid-based small thing anymore. It's this huge freeform sandbox game, and it's really cool. It's just amazing to see how much it's changed.
Yeah. Yeah. I always was impressed with your guys' uh, the ability to produce really good quality content on 3D and visual side. So and yeah, we're sharing the same DNA with you guys. Is we formed our team, started with a Kickstarter, so it was a journey. Huh? You
Yeah.
guys maybe can tell a little bit about the Kickstarter, like how you guys, like what was the process, how you felt during those 30 days of pain, you know. uh,
it was a first for us, so it was very, very stressful. And for a long time, we didn't know whether it was going to go well. But thankfully, it did.
Yep.
We have seen a lot of support from everyone, and it's been really cool to see, especially when you consider we've upgraded that much since then. So it's really cool that people have been able to see beyond the visuals and be able to recognize what we wanted to go for. So that's really
that's
cool.
great.
It was definitely very stressful.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, you made it. Yeah, the that was a great time, and that's where we met together as well with Crytivo
Oh
and
yeah.
Yeah, it
and started
was.
working after that. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it's really interesting journey as like forming your team is like and going through the process of Kickstarter, because what some fans don't realize that the Kickstarter is what it is. It's a kickstart for the project, but there's so much more. Like the funding is definitely not enough on what usually developers asking because there's like so many fees coming from all the places. Like those funds is like a water. You're trying to hold it. It's just like you go through your through your fingers, you know. And surviving for this long is great achievement. You know, it's like that's a lot of work, a lot of communications between teams, especially if you work remotely. So yeah, great job in that, and we're very proud of working with you guys. And
Oh,
yeah,
thanks.
let's
Thank
let's
you.
continue kicking some butts together and making Prehistoric Kingdom great. But yeah,
Make Prehistoric Kingdom great again.
Hey, don't go that right. Don't go on that side of the things.
All right, so I'm gonna show a few
Gonna
slides.
fire up
So
the chat. Yeah.
yeah, on that note, I'm gonna switch over, cut the audio for a second. Go to
Yeah.
go to the before and after slides that we prepared. That was super cool. I really want us to talk about that. So let me show this real quick. So this was the early stages back in the day of Kickstarter, and this where it is now, which is 1,000 times more cool. I mean, right? Like, okay, so then this is pretty cool, modular buildings, right? Like, sweet. And then it's epic, epic, epic buildings. So, yeah, back to you guys. Yeah, let's chat
To,
about
to be
that. Like,
clear, there's no promotion for Epic. So it's not
oh
it's
man, I
not
laughed
paid
so loud.
sponsorship or anything. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, the difference is amazing, especially the forest, the jungle side,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
much more details. Good
Uh,
job. Yeah, can you guys tell us a little bit more? Yeah, Karen.
yeah. That was one thing we chatted about when I got to speak with the team was the idea of starting over, like what that meant and why you chose to do it.
Well, we basically like we sold the idea at Kickstarter that we would do all these things, and the visuals back then were a certain way, and then we looked back a year after, and we thought to ourselves, that doesn't look or feel or play as nicely as we would like it to. So we kind of went back, cleaned some things up, cleaned especially some development pipelines up, and thought, wow, we can actually do a lot better now. So we thought it'd be more beneficial long run to slightly delay the game, but have much better quality for the future.
Yeah, that's a good choice because that's what exactly we did with the Universum as well, and some of our fans probably hear and know that we promised to release the game at a different time, and we just decided to bite the bullet as well and just deliver bigger and greater game, and we're happy with that. It's again, is like it only hurts us mostly because again for developer it is more expensive and more time consuming to redo something and deliver better
Yep.
quality than we're not doing that. It's like that landing on the moon, right? Or like we're not doing it because it's easy. We're doing it because it's hard. It's like it's something that makes our games better, not because we're just enjoy redoing things. We hate redoing things.
Yeah.
We just want to make
100%.
things look much better and be a bigger and brighter project because it is a dream project. It is a passion project, and when we take our time not because we want that. We doing that kind of for the community. We're doing that for the game. We want it to be bigger and brighter project. But yeah, you guys doing great job on the progress is there. It's like we definitely
Yeah.
can see that, and
Thank you.
yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, so awesome. Um, yeah. So, one thing that I'm looking forward to is also listening to the sounds. Like that's something that you guys have been working really hard on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Byron, want to tell us about
So
that?
it sounds
Martin is
like
doing beatboxing when he's recording. All the
every
sounds
animal in
are
the game
produced
is just
by
me
by Baron,
screaming.
Baron himself. He's voiceovering the dinosaurs.
So far they like it, so we'll keep doing that. But yeah, no, it's been interesting because when I first joined the project, I wasn't meant to do sounds. I was meant to do one piece of music for the game, and I was supposed to leave, but I never left, so that's awkward. Um,
We can always
but
arrange that.
Oh,
yeah, that's true.
Hey, it's still under question. So
If you fire me, absolutely nothing will happen. But yeah, with the sounds, it's really cool. I never thought I'd be doing something like this, but over the past year, I've been learning a lot, and I've got a lot of great feedback from the community. Um, and like when you break it down to its core, the animals are essentially just different layers, and they don't have to be particularly animals. Like I think the Edmontosaurus, the main kind of layer is glass. It's pitched down, and it creates this really cool kind of guttural sound that you can mix with camels and all these other different kind of big animals. And you pretty much do that for everything. And
sure.
from that, you just get a whole bunch of really interesting variation, and it's just a lot of fun.
It's great to see that you're enjoying it that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super cool. So Nathan, we haven't
Hey.
heard a lot about hard surface. Like what does that entail and
How hard it is actually.
and what
Well,
surface? What is the deeper level of the surface? Huh?
well, obviously, if you're going to run a massive prehistoric theme park, you're going to need buildings to, supply your guests with their needs. So, like their food and drinks and their facilities to sleep in. And obviously, that's a pretty awesome process for me to kind of come up with the designs and the concepts for these structures. And there's a lot of thought that goes into them because obviously I have to think about how they actually work functionally. Like if they make sense, I have to make sure that they are, well, just architecturally accurate and, you know, just they look good as well. They have to look great. And I try my best, and I hope they do look good to people. People seem to really like the T-Rex Cafe, and I'm extremely proud of that one. So yeah, I hope to keep it up. And yeah, I also do a lot of smaller stuff like for the modular system. So like beams, lights, stuff like that for you to mess around with as a player. So yeah.
And what do you
All the
work
plans?
in? What do you
Hmm,
work in?
sorry.
I feel like
Oh,
the hard surface is like a super
right.
cool thing, but
Yeah, it is. I usually work in Blender to actually model everything, and then Substance Painter to actually put the textures together. But recently, we did actually come up with a pretty nice and streamlined process where everything shares like one atlas, one texture atlas. So it's quite easy to produce new models and very streamlined. So we just pretty much can throw them into the game and they look good. So it's really awesome.
Yeah, with the games like this, is the performance is going to be the main enemy to fight with in the long run as you develop. So it's very important to optimize stuff. So atlasing textures is a big deal. Yeah, and especially the textures themselves, especially probably in animals. I'm not sure, but like the animals are pretty big creatures, and if you can get close to them, so you want those like crispy clean textures. That's mean
Oh yeah.
high resolution, a lot of memory space are going to be used for that. So it's very important to do it right from the beginning. Yeah.
speaking of animals, I'm just gonna show a side by side of a T-Rex from before and current, real quick.
Oh no,
Um,
bones? Are you gonna show?
this is the early days and the current, and you can pretty clearly see the difference.
Not gonna hear it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
nope. So
I
yeah,
wanna.
I
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hope you all can
Talking about
see.
crispy clear texturing. So that's how important it is to do a good job in that.
Yeah,
See the
I can
lips.
see
Yes.
Chad is saying day and night,
You can
and
you
yeah,
can see
absolutely. I
lips.
mean, it's come so far. It's so cool.
Yeah, just
Um,
touching on that for a sec.
yeah,
We're putting so much effort into making sure like the materials and the rendering of the animals are as good as they can be.
So
So
what do you
that's
use
definitely.
for texture? Oh, sorry if you didn't
Oh no,
finish.
you go on.
No, how do you come up with texture? Is it hand drawn, or you use like other animals and modify them, like the skin itself and stuff like that?
Okay, who
When
knows
you guys
Cindy's
texture?
pipeline best?
So
Uh,
we do a bit of everything in that regard. I know that Cindy, which is our animal texture artist, works. Um, so she uses some references from living animals, but she also hand sculpts some of the details, some of the finer details, or even some of the bigger details, muscles and veins and skin folds and all of that stuff. But we definitely use a lot of real life reference in order to make the animals look as lifelike as we can make them.
maybe next time we can have a Cinti so that she can show us a little bit of the process, because I saw that
Yeah, absolutely.
so whoever is not familiar with the industry or technologies, like you literally have to make a muscles for dinosaurs and the bones on that really gonna drive your animation on how they're gonna move and what muscles gonna move, if their lip is gonna move. And how the lip is going to move on that T-Rex. But yeah, it's a very interesting process. So maybe we can ask her nicely to join us
Yeah,
next time. And she's
I'm
probably
Yeah.
sure
watching
she would
this,
love
so
to.
it's like, yeah. So next time we want you uh, to have a to have you here on our stream. Yeah, really great stuff.
and then speaking of the modeling, so when you added in the shake, like the muscle shake, um, I forgot what it was actually called, the soft body aspect of it.
the
Uh,
jiggle
Jiggle
bone.
bone.
the jiggle bone, that was it. Yeah, I mean it's very obvious.
Super bone.
Jiggle bones. Yeah, so I mean, it's a great direction. Obviously, it's improved. It's amazing. So how did you go about doing that? Because this is pretty new.
Mal?
Well, we saw we we noticed what the standard for animal animation within the industry is, and we learned that we could do a little better than we were. So we, in some cases, we went back and we added some bones where necessary, where we felt like adding that specific bone would make the animal feel more more alive, which we hope definitely transpires through the animation. We strive to make the animations, like the modeling and like the texturing, as lifelike as we can.
Awesome.
So
Yeah. All right.
All right.
What's next, Karen? I'm afraid to ask things. Like,
I know I have all these buttons, so
it's,
um,
she's prepared. She's the one who's been preparing this live stream
um,
for us.
yeah. So I think it'd be kind of cool to go to the clips, but I realized that we won't be able to speak over them. I don't think, because
oh, right.
if it didn't work on the other side,
I mean, we can try, or like we can let people see the clip and then come back and talk over it.
that's what I'm
Or we
thinking.
can
Yeah,
try.
or I'll
Yeah.
just translate. We'll see. It's fine.
If if
We're
we let them
going
see
with
the,
it.
it'd probably be a good idea to enable the sound for the first one too.
Yeah. All right. So that will
I
play,
think
I
so.
think. All right, here we go. Time for some clips.
Maybe they can hear us. Can you hear me? Chat. Blink 2 times if you can hear me. No, can
Hmm.
you?
They
Oh, you guys can hear us. If you guys
Oh,
can
we
That's
hear
can.
us,
great.
the thing is, I can't hear a clip,
Sweet.
but
Perfect.
yeah, you guys blinked 2 times, I guess. Yeah. So maybe you can talk to us, Maui, or about what we're seeing.
Sure. So here for this recording, I was preparing an exhibit build, which I'm going to put an animal in later. You'll see. But I was just fiddling around with the modular system and the building system to essentially create an exhibit the way I wanted to. I could use the modular tools that we prepared in the game to make sure that our creativity basically could run wild. We've even got sunshades, as you'll soon see, or as
Awesome
you've
addition.
already seen. Yeah, just anything to make it feel like a real zoo or a real theme park.
So everything is modular, resizable, and you can adjust pretty much all the shapes and stuff like that. The
Most things, yes,
angles.
most things. There's
Great.
some structures that are pre-made and you cannot edit. Some of the functional ones, for example, restaurants or cafes or bathrooms. Now those are pre-mades, which they come with different presets to fit your specific look that fit with the modular system. But within the modular system, yes, every object is resizable. Some even are recolorable, and you can use the grid and free placement for anything.
That's really cool. So how's the process goes for that? I would say technology or feature is when you play the game. So I can just like build my park and start buildings the way I want them. Or how's the process overall goes? It's like
So
what's the workflow for that?
looking at industry feedback from these kind of features, we've seen that there's a crowd that really loves this kind of thing, and there's a crowd that isn't so much into it. So we compromised by making the actual like park facilities, like restaurants, gift shops. Those are made by us. They are placed in the world, and they have construction timers, and you don't have to do anything. Eventually, we'd like to expand those and have new levels of customization, but the modular stuff is mostly decorative. And currently, we plan to have some kind of system where animals would like shelters, just so we can integrate the two systems better. Um, but yeah, no, modular building, totally flexible, totally customizable, and it's just going to keep getting better as we develop.
It's very exciting. Yeah, that will give your fans a lot of tools to be creative and create a lot of content that they will be able to share with their friends. Uh, yeah, looks really good. Good job on that. Any difficult challenges on this? You guys can talk about something that you hate about this that makes your life a nightmare.
Well,
Um,
I can speak for myself. I know Mao has to do a lot. It's a big system, and he can obviously speak more about that himself. But there's going to be a lot of pieces for people to play around with. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time cranking out models and stuff for people to mess around with. And it's a lot of work, but it's going to be worth it in the end. So that's one thing that's frustrating, but it's not like annoying, so to speak. It's going to be amazing, basically.
Awesome.
and Nathan does the art for it. When it comes to coding, which I handle, there's a lot of edge cases to account for because it's a big system and it's a lot for two people basically to make, so or even three. But it's still a lot. So there's a lot of testing to be made to make sure that everything is seamless, and we allow people to have a smooth experience with it, so that they don't have to look up guides or fiddle with
Yeah.
it too long before they can actually learn it. We try to make it as smooth and as interactive as possible.
Awesome. And one of the questions from chat was, is it going to be a workshop compatible? Is that something that you guys plan to allow them to add more content to the game by themselves?
At some point, I think we would like to do something like a workshop, if I'm not mistaken, but there's no ETA on when that'll be a thing.
Yeah, like you said,
So
at
for now,
first,
take it probably as no, but like team probably will work hard to make it possible if all
not
good.
at first, but definitely something we'd like to look into in the future.
Awesome.
I keep showing some videos. I'm going to show the second one here. It's a little bit more.
Oh, there he is.
The
What
boy,
what what is his name? The boy? You call
Let's
him?
call him,
the boy
Jim.
TM trademark.
Yeah, he's wandering around, very lonely. Like to on that kind of can you tell us a little bit more about the quantity of animals that you're planning to add? Because I know that the number is ridiculous. Um, so what's your plan on that side?
There's a lot. There's a few. I think we will talk more about animals and that kind of stuff next month, in terms of like numbers and like what to expect. But there's still going to be plenty, and they're very as much of a quality as we can give to them, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a lot of animals, but we want to make sure that our core philosophy here is quality over quantity. So we would much rather have maybe fewer animals, but at much higher quality than a lot of animals that are maybe half-assed. So, but with that said, obviously, a lot of species to choose from, and people will definitely have their fill with different kinds of critters they can have running around their park.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any favorite species, or like
Ooh.
that you love to work, or just pretty much play in the game while everybody's waiting?
I think my personal favorite to work on for sounds was baryonyx. I love his sounds. Um, so I do like that. In terms of just animal in the game, I have a soft spot for this little guy called Guanlong. It's this little birdie thing, basically.
Called, they didn't call him Byrononyx for no reason, so that's why I probably like it.
Pyromaniac.
Close.
Right?
My personal favorite within Prehistoric Kingdom, probably the Hyenodon. Because you gotta love that weird bear, wolf, cat creature. It's so cool, and the animations that we do to bring it to life is amazing. And I especially love the audio that Nano did for it. It's so good. It's so weird. It's like it sounds familiar but alien at the same time, and it's fantastic. I love it.
I love your animation, so
Thank you, sir.
Wish we had them to show you guys. Maybe next stream we can reveal some sounds and
Oh,
actual animals. Or maybe
or
we have.
Oh
or
yeah.
or we could
Oh,
do one
okay.
or
now.
we could do maybe two
All
things
right.
right now.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Press F to watch the video.
That's weird.
Press F.
Press F in the
I
chat to watch the video. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay.
There you go. There you go. We just need 500,000 Fs to launch it. Whoa. a great hair.
Yeah.
Very very hairy boy.
That's something we're actually very proud of. One of our programmers, Seth, made that fur shader, and we adore him for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's great. Yeah, definitely adds a lot. Yeah, I would want to wear something like that at Stone Age
Would be
or
a good coat for the winter.
Ice Age. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Um, cool. That's really cool.
And
So what's next, Karen? Tell us.
I know I'm full of surprises. I have all the buttons. It's so fun. Okay.
You are VJ of the thing.
All the
But I mean,
power.
if we have a moment again, is like thanks again for watching us. We're talking about Prehistoric Kingdom, the Prehistoric Zoo Tycoon game that's gonna be released soonish. We're gonna talk about that. But yeah, if you guys like what we're doing, make sure that you subscribe to Crytivo Twitch. Join. You can scan the QR code that you see next to Karen right there, and join Prehistoric Kingdom Discord channel. Very active community. Make your suggestions and yeah. Developers engage on a daily basis with their fans. So if you have more questions, but yeah, we're gonna get back to
Yeah.
Karen again. Just wanted to steal a little bit of time to do a little bit of mini promotion for the team. But yeah,
Yes.
please
We'll just
go
show
ahead.
one more clip and then we'll take some questions from chat. All right, one more. Okay.
Well, I could recognize at least this animal. Cat.
Clips. Is the sound? Yeah.
Oh, well, we can voice over it. Meow. Meow.
When it comes to
We'll
the
probably
sound,
Meow.
don't worry because we'll definitely show
Meow.
the versions with the sound, so
Yeah.
you'll definitely get to see them.
we'll be pushing these out over other social media
Hey,
next
we
week.
don't
Yeah.
call this teasers for no reasons, guys.
Get
Yeah.
politics.
So that's just a little bit. But yeah, I tried to do a good job. So just add the like, meow. We're gonna cut it and
Yeah.
add to the cat.
Yeah.
So a
Yeah.
little bit
Byron,
more immersive.
magic.
So I guess there's some technical difficulties. People are saying that it's a little like uh chunky, the video clip. I assure you they are not in real life. So when you see them, they will be excellent and we will share them. So
But
it'll be
important question for Byron as well. Yeah, it's like, have you ever produced any sounds by yourself, like with your mouth,
yeah.
or
Uh,
maybe animals? That's interesting. We want to see that video. If
okay. So, confession time. In the Brachiosaurus, it does this weird glug glug noise, which is like the end of the
oh
sound. It's like a weird like,
no.
glug 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 glug. I think that's me like rolling my tongue or something, and I pitched that down all the way, and then it just has this really cool ethereal kind of quality to it. So yeah, no, there's animals that I'm in.
Well, our body is a great tool for producing sounds for this kind of animals. Like it can do this, so it can slow it down
Oh, I have
and
to
So
go
when
to
you
you.
when you ask what animal made it into the animal sounds in PK, it's actually human. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is a
human.
vast amount of human in the animal sounds.
maybe you can sometimes recognize your favorite developer by
Yeah.
playing the game.
Maybe.
But yeah,
Cameos of everybody.
right.
Excellent. Yeah. So let's see what if chat has some questions.
But yeah, let's do a mini QA session, you guys. If you have questions, so of course not all of them will be answered because a lot, but yeah. Somebody's asking why my Switch is too close to the edge. Well, in the fall. No, it's protected with golden AK prop gun, so we good. It's glued. But yeah.
Yeah. Chat goes so fast for me. It's so tiny, so I can't read.
I'm trying. All right, you guys stop asking questions. The QA session is over.
Yeah, right.
But no,
Okay.
let's
I've
see.
got
Make
an
it bigger.
interesting one
Make
here,
it bigger.
for me at least.
Yeah, and
Yeah, go ahead,
ask
Byron.
say who said it.
Okay.
please.
Awuziel says, "What made you guys choose what sounds to make for each animal?" Usually, when I start that process, I do a bit of research, like how we usually do. And if there's no kind of data about how the animal sounds in real life, then I usually just write down a few keywords and adjectives that I kind of want the animal to sound like. I know with the baryonyx, it was just kind of like scream was the main one. And then it's just a matter of finding those recipes. Like for the Barry, it was balloon was in there as like releasing a balloon just made this weird nasty screech. So it's all about like what kind of personality we want to give to the creatures. Really, that's kind of how we make that choice.
That's cool. The Reaper Sounds 795 asking if can my T-Rex eat visitors?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Eventually.
Eventually.
that's probably the best way to feed them, the cheapest way. Uh, so the animals are gonna attack if the fence is broken or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if animals are unhappy, they will escape and cause havoc in your park. So
All kinds of fun.
Can put the Jurassic Park tone.
yeah, pretty much, kind of.
Um, cool. Let's see. What other questions?
I see a question
Yeah.
Mhm.
from Quiggy 2006. He asks, "What is the difference between Planet Zoo and this?" On the surface, they may be pretty similar games, but obviously beyond the fact that Prehistoric Kingdom has prehistoric animals, the games differ when it comes to micromanaging your creations. Prehistoric Kingdom is a lot more clear cut when it comes to making your part quickly if you so desire, whereas you also have the opportunity to go very much in depth with every detail and um, every minute buildings, much like in PZ. But yeah, in PK, there's a few tools that make it easier to create a part quickly, the way you want to still.
We're working on a much larger scale, so it's important that we have that user experience tweaked to make sure that players can build quickly if they need to.
The good question from Warpath Dinosaur asking, was the time that they have been in development and all the members who are part of the project, are they satisfied with the current level of quality of the game? Do you think the team will be able to offer even more in the coming years? Greetings, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we're very happy with the progress that we made, and we're very excited to just do more. Yeah,
Yeah.
love it.
And
Very
Oh.
OJ Shrimson asking if Nano, will you imitate the branch goggling sound? Right.
If you join our Discord server, I will hop into general chat after the stream and do it personally
The
for you.
Wow.
private
What?
session.
wow.
Dang.
Now that's a prize right there. He won't do
That's.
it even.
We could have go viral right now.
I
Or
know.
I
I'm
hope
like,
not.
I want to.
I'd like to have a career.
a few seconds of shame. But no.
Okay.
It's pretty. That's excellent.
Harry the Witch Slayer asks if the plant brush is still a thing. And yes, you can still paint your environments with the plant brush. It's not showing off in any of the videos right now. We're using the modular system, but it's definitely the game, and you can make an environment pretty much like that.
Yep.
And Kentucky guy asking, will animals will be able to interact with visitors? Will we get things like feeding station, such as platforms where guests can feed sauropods or hardizars? So I guess the question will be is like how complicated or like how deep is the guest to animal relationship system is, like
If I can
what
answer
can.
that, I think it might be a little bit too early to give a definite answer when it comes to visitor to dinosaur interaction. Obviously, we would like to make it as in depth as we can, but that's something we'll have to see for the future.
That's any other questions that you guys see that you would like to answer before I ask the next one?
I saw Best in Slow ask, why isn't New Tyrannus a 5-star dinosaur? It won't be a 5-star dinosaur, but we have been shifting some of the star ratings around, especially for some of the mammals. And New Tyrannus is now a 3-star animal, so if that helps, I hope it does.
Oh,
And there was a question about baby dinos. Swerve YouTube, I'm guessing. Sorry about the names. I'm like extremely bad at it. And he asks
It's
like
not that you're bad, was it? They're very creative with
they're
the
very
names.
creative. They're more
It's
creative
hard
than me.
to.
So, yeah, could you use baby dinos, smaller dinos as petting zoo, or allow guests to walk with them in an enclosure? So, like baby dinos, definitely want to hear about that.
It's something we'd be interested to do, and we would love to have like walkthrough exhibits, so guests will be able to walk through the enclosures. But we'll actually have to look into if we can do a proper petting zoo. But at the very least, you'll be able to have guests walking through the enclosure with babies. So.
Baby dinos. See, yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, and the question from me personally, since we brought you guys the rideable dinosaur for the PAX West, so the question we've got from some of the fans that've been riding that dinosaur at the event is, will you be able to ride dinosaurs in the game? It's like with your character or as a guest.
There might be some ethical questions when it comes to riding animals in a zoo,
Yeah.
but the corporate answer would be we'll look into it.
All right.
Right. Uh,
Um,
and did we answer if there'll be invertebrates? Andrewsaurus the nerd. Will there be invertebrates in Prehistoric Kingdom?
I just blanked. I forgot what invertebrates were. Oh god.
we don't
No
know.
bones.
Yeah, thank you. Um,
Miro would solve it for you.
Stop asking difficult questions.
I know.
too many
It's
words.
like um any water aquatic animals might be an invertebrate.
There's something, if we're able to
Goldfish.
do them, we'd like to do them at some point. If
Um,
like development time allows for us
from
post launch.
from awesome nth, what animal has been the most difficult to develop? Is there animal, or are they all the same? You guys think?
It's a good question.
T-Rex
I
lip with his lip is like, I see that's back and forth.
Actually,
Oh,
in a spirit of teasers, there is one upcoming animal that's been very, very tough to get right.
Yeah.
Which you will see soon enough, maybe even next month, should things go well. So he's been very hard. You'll know what we're talking about.
Okay, and I guess the big question from everyone who's watching it is about our release plans and game updates, when they can put their hands on the game, see the new trailer maybe. And so can you guys tell us a little bit more about that?
Right. In that sense, I do have some news about that. Obviously, when it comes to release date, we'll be letting you guys know more next month. I'm pretty sure we'll be doing another live stream next month, and we'll definitely show a teaser, some cool new information about the release date. So there's a lot of work to be done for that. So we won't have devlogs for August and September, but we hope we'll make more than up for it with the upcoming stream and upcoming information we're going to release.
Yes, we're very excited for September.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm super
Yeah,
excited.
and we'll continue doing the connect session with developers. If you guys enjoy it, of course,
Oh yeah,
make sure you subscribe or subscribe to or follow our channel or subscribe to our emails, and we're gonna notify you when we go live. We'll work hard with Byron and try to make him actually produce the sounds in a real time. So we're gonna see if we can make him a good offer that he can't refuse.
I know.
You
I
got to
want to.
loosen me up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys want to take a few more questions before we wrap it up, or
Yeah.
what's the
We've
plans,
probably
Karen?
got
Hmm? Go ahead.
yeah, we'll probably do a few more if that's all right. Uh, now I got to find one.
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask yourself the question, but yeah. Well, I have let's see. Well, I have Alex and Karen. Do you have a favorite dinosaurs from Prismatic Flux? Karen, do you have a favorite dinosaur?
I would go with Triceratops. That was my favorite as a kid. It's like a classic.
Yeah,
Mine too.
and I
Yeah.
and I love pugs. Um,
Pug dino.
how far are they in the DNA chain? But no, I would say well, I mean, a little bit cliche, but like the T-Rex, right? Like the badass,
Yeah.
pardon my French, guy. So everybody loves him. So I'm gonna give you a safe answer. I mean, I don't know, like. To be honest, some of the dinosaur names you guys pronounce is like it's probably gonna be impossible with my accent to you guys will not even get what dinosaur is that. It's just again, let's say pugs and T-Rex. So yeah. All right. Let's see if any other questions you guys spotted that you would like to answer. Many questions. Again, if you guys, I'm sorry, just want to add, if you guys have questions and it was not answered, we're really sorry. But again, if you would like to get answer on those questions, please scan that barcode, join the Discord channel of Prehistoric Kingdom, and there's appropriate channels where you can ask questions, and developers will be happy to answer them. Especially probably today, if you're gonna start
Oh yeah.
joining them. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
There's a question here on what our thoughts are on allowing animals to roam free and create an island without park. And whilst that would be possible in Sandbox, it's not something that we really, encourage because that's not what the game is for. It's about making a zoo. So whilst it will be possible, so to speak, I wouldn't expect like a fully functioning ecosystem ever. Really, it's just not what the game's designed for.
Definitely.
If we have time for another, Von Artemis says, will animals have pattern/color variants? If we breed two animals, will the offspring perhaps inherit the pattern of the mother, but with the color of the father? So breeding, it's a while down the line, so I can't answer that, sorry. But animals do actually have different patterns that you can pick from. They are genetic skins that you unlock with DNA. And usually most animals have 3 of them, but some like the T-Rex and Triceratops have 4. So
Awesome. All right. I guess release times. You guys can you share any windows, because I think that kind of slipped away a little bit, unless I missed it.
Yes. Okay. So in terms of broad windows, we'll definitely have something that we can show in terms of gameplay, even from a slightly wider audience by the end of the year,
Yes.
and releases next year.
Hopefully the Christmas will come a little bit early this year for you guys.
Yep.
yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know there's a few things baking in the oven, so you guys definitely will be get excited. Yeah. Anything else?
There's a question here about will we add aquatics and flyers, and it's too early to say, but we definitely want to add those eventually at some point.
Planned.
Awesome. All right. Anything else left on your plan, Karen, that we would like to go through, or
Yeah.
that's no? All right.
For the most part, we did it. It worked.
It worked.
With an
Partially.
adaptation. We adapted and evolved.
Improvisation. Yeah.
Ah,
Life
No,
found a way.
like
think
we found a way. Hey, it's
if
cool.
if you guys have any recommendation on how can we improve our future streams, of course leave us a note in the chat. But like we do our best, and hopefully you guys appreciate and like our events like Crytivo Connect. We'll do different connects with the different developers where we will talk about the development process, about the games. Hopefully, um, that will add a little bit more new information for your favorite games. But other than that, I think if you guys are happy, we can start wrapping things up and
Yeah.
have any final say. Please go ahead, Maui. Maybe you.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thanks to everybody for tuning in. You've surprised us with the amount of support today.
Yeah.
So huge thanks for that.
I also just want to say thanks to Crytivo, you guys for bringing us on and letting us blab our mouths for a bit.
Yep.
Our pleasure. Yeah,
Greatly
we're,
appreciate it.
we're happy. We're
Yeah.
happy to have you guys. Thank you. Yeah, and if that's it from you guys, so again, make sure you follow, subscribe, like hit that bell. How they say it's like the popular YouTubers, so subscribe, hit that bell, leave a comment. Um, see you next time. Yeah, but yeah, make sure you follow any of our channels. We try to notify everyone we can when we go live. And if you guys have any specific questions, again, join Prehistoric Kingdom Discord, and for the next time we'll have a little bit more to show, or to show to listen. And yeah, thank you very much everyone for staying and asking great questions, and
Yeah.
staying passionate about the Prehistoric Kingdom game. Karen?
Cool. Thanks, everyone. Bye, chat.
Thank you.
Bye. See
Bye.
ya.